Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Taya Time. I'm your host, Taya. As you probably know, if you've listened to any of the other episodes that I have posted. Now, I just want to do a disclaimer for my visual viewers. I know this is not my best look in my glasses. These are blue light glasses. I just feel like I've been on my phone all day and I have a headache. So that's why I'm wearing them. And I don't know. I know some people like the visual episodes, so I thought I would upload this visually too, but I really was just going to do it audio, but I figured why not? Today, I need to start with a disclaimer. I'm sorry that I have not been uploading. I know to my few loyal fans, this has been devastating, but I'm here, and I'm here just after Valentine's Day, which makes me upset. And this makes me upset because the day before Valentine's Day, I had this novel idea that I was going to do this whole Valentine's episode and talk about all these things and different aspects of the holiday and all this stuff. And I felt really inspired by it, only to think to myself, Taya, it's the night before Valentine's Day. Wouldn't this have to go up tomorrow? And you don't even have it like planned out anything yet. So I figured I'd give it to you today. And it's not all Valentine's Day that we're going to talk about today, but I'm going to start off with it. Okay? Because I love the holiday and I hope you love it too. It makes me really sad when people hate on Valentine's Day because even if you don't have a Valentine, this holiday should just be about spreading love, sharing love to people, no matter, if it's a romantic relationship, your family members, your friends. It should just be about spreading love. That's the whole message that you can take away, even if you don't have a Valentine. So that's my first thing. But specifically for myself, I love Valentine's Day. I love making cards for people. I love wearing red. I love wearing pink. I love love. And I know you do too. Everyone loves love. No one's like, oh, I hate love. So everyone should love Valentine's Day, regardless if you have a Valentine or not. But also, your Valentine could be anyone. It doesn't have to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It could be like, I don't know, your friend or anyone who you care about. Like, oh, you're my Valentine this year. I love you a little extra more today. Here's this card. That's something nice you could do. If you want to pretend that you hate the holiday, like, just don't. Just love it. But I was thinking about it and I was like, well, if you don't have a romantic Valentine, how could you make this holiday better for yourself? And I was thinking, you need to reroute it in your brain that this holiday is not about romance. This holiday is about love and just loving everyone. So you can make about two things. You can make Valentine's Day about one, the people that you love, or two, things you love doing. So let's say on Valentine's Day, you literally hate everyone in your life, you're done with everyone, no one's treating you nicely, then make it about things you love, a hobby you love. So here's some ways to make it first about the people you love. You could do a Galentine's. Galentine's. Sorry if I didn't articulate that. If you don't know what a Galentine's is, it's basically where all of your friends get together and they celebrate Valentine's Day as a friend group. This is usually girls, hence the name Gal. But I don't know about this name. I have some reserves about this because I feel like it's kind of cringe. I don't know. Galentine's Day? I don't know. It's kind of cringe, but the the whole premise of it is not cringe, and that's a perfect thing to do with your friends. The second thing, just spreading joy to others. This is self-explanatory. Just make the people you love feel loved, and it will come full circle. Good karma, guys. The next thing, making cards for people. Obviously, a fun thing to do. Get your markers, do that. That can make your Valentine's Day feel very, very fun. And also, it will give you something to do because now you have to go deliver these cards to people and make their day. I would love if I got a card from, like, I don't know, my cousin or like my friend or someone who, like, I wasn't expecting, just like, hey, I love you extra today. That would be so nice. Also, wear red and pink, embrace the day. And you might as well do some Valentine's Day baking on this day. This is not really for others, but this is for yourself. You know, bake a fun Valentine's Day treat, a brownie, a cookie, whatever your jam is. and make yourself feel better. I don't know. Eat it. It will feel great. The last thing I have is watching rom-com movies. Now, this could make you feel better for a couple reasons. One, because they're just fun to watch. Two, because it will give you new hope on the horizon of love. It will make you think, if these people can do it, so can I. So a few good rom-coms I could recommend are How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That's a perfect one to start out with. You'll feel like your romance is just about to fall into your lap. Probably a couple days after Valentine's, you're going to feel this hope because it's so random the way that they get together. Another one, I'm trying to think. I love The Notebook. That one's kind of sad though. So, I don't know if you want to watch that on Valentine's Day. Maybe if you're feeling a little sad and you just want to feel understood, watch The Notebook. Another one, I would say, I like Can't Buy Me Love. That's like a cute little I don't know if that's a rom-com though. That's just like an old one. It's good though. It's about this boy who loves this girl that's his neighbor, and basically, they find a way to get together. It's great. I would watch that. And a more recent film, those are kind of old. A more recent film would be what's the one? It's with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. Alexa, what's the movie with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell?
The only Sydney Sweeney Glenn Powell movie is Anyone But You.
Anyone But You.
New notification.
Alexa, off. Anyone But You. Great movie. Will make you feel good. Will make you believe in love again. So that's one that I think you could watch. And also, if you're feeling a bit down in the dumps, like watching this movie could either just make you feel validated. Like if you watch a movie where someone does something bad to another and someone did something bad to you, you'll feel understood. So that's one way to go about Valentine's Day. Another thing you could do is do things you love and make it about a self-love day. Treat yourself. Go have a spa day. Make yourself a spa day. Do a craft. Again, fun recipe. Something like that. Just make yourself have a good day. The day's in your control, but don't spend the whole day hating Valentine's Day, being like, oh my god, I hate Valentine's Day. This is the worst day. I don't even know why it's created. It's a scam to make money by these chocolate and flower companies. There's worse things going on in the world than people having a designated day to be loving to each other. So come on, fix your mindset and love Valentine's Day. Now, if you do love the holiday, I want to talk about it for a bit because there's this stigma of it having to be like a big day between you and your significant other. Like, oh, we need to go on this big fancy dinner and gifts and cards and flowers and all this stuff. I don't think it has to be that. I think it just needs to be a solid date night between you and your significant other. And by that, I just mean no fighting, no arguing, no nothing too extreme to set off the night. This is not the night to have like a big conversation, at least in my opinion. Like if there's something bugging you, don't bring it up on Valentine's Day. It's not the day. And just have a solid night. Talk to the person. How are you? Take the pressure off. That will make it a beautiful Valentine's Day, and it will make it less pressure. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Make someone a homemade card, give your girlfriend flowers, and make it a nice day. Now, with fancy dinners or dinner in general, I've been thinking about this, and this is rules about men buying dinner. Teenage edition. Very important that it's a teenage edition because if you are a full-time working man, buy your girlfriend dinner. Buy your girlfriend dinner. I don't know. You're a full-time working man. Be a gentleman. Buy your girlfriend dinner. If you're a teenager, this could change, okay? Because I get it, manners, but then I also get the other side. It's the 21st century, blah blah blah, split the bill. I understand. So I've thought about this and I've made some conditions about whether you and your boyfriend should split the bill or not. First, depends on the boyfriend's attitude. If your boyfriend is like, oh my gosh, I'm so willing to pay for your dinner. I will pay for the entire thing. Okay, Perfect. Pay f Okay, perfect. He's being so nice that I think you should offer to split it as the woman. You know what? You're being so nice. You're being so nice by offering to pay for my dinner. Even in the 21st century, you're offering to pay. Do you want to split it? I bet the boy will say no because he's probably a gentleman. And that will just make you look nice as the woman. And also, you are showing your appreciation for the man paying for your dinner. So that's a win win. If the man is not willing to pay for it just because they don't want to, then that would make me want to split it less. It's like, no, you're not being a gentleman. So yeah, pay for it probably. Probably pay for my dinner because if you want to split it, like, you're like, oh, we're splitting it. This is the 21st century, blah, blah. No, you're not being a gentleman. See how my attitude completely changes based off of this? Like, you're not being a gentleman, so pay for my dinner. Now, consider these things when making your decision to get mad at your boyfriend or not. Because he's a teenager, does he have a job? Is he in sports? Does he have a thriving social life? Because if your boyfriend, if you guys are 15, 16, neither of you have a job, just going to school, playing sports, all of that. If your boyfriend's paying for your dinner and you're making him pay for you, that's his parents' money. Like if you went out to dinner with his whole family and his parents paid for your meal, would you be like, "Oh my gosh, this is so gentleman." No, you'd be like, "Yeah, his parents are full-time working. They're paying for me all. Like that's very nice." You'd be very appreciative, but you wouldn't be like that. That's very nice that he paid for your dinner because he's using his family money. But consider like if he has a job. I don't know. I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt. Take that with it. And if he does have a job and he's paying for it, that's very nice because obviously it's like, a teenage job. He's not making a lot and he's still paying for your dinner. Very, very nice. But back to the parents' money thing, this is relevant because if you're making him pay for you, if you're like, no, he's going to pay for my dinner, he is my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's not paying for it, it's his parents. I don't know, I don't think you should ever be like, he's paying for my dinner. I don't care what he says. I think he should volunteer to pay for it. And then you, as the girl, should offer to split it. And if he says yes, then split it because it is the 21st century. And if he doesn't, then he'll pay for it and you'll have a wonderful time and you'll feel really taken care of. And then, as the girl, if he does pay for the dinner, you can like, oh, I'll pay for ice cream after. Yeah, like that's even, it's not, but that's like what girls do, That's like proper procedure. So I just thought I would cover that on my opinion. Not that anyone asked for it, but that's kind of relevant to Valentine's Day. In other recent events, the Super Bowl happened. If you are a big football fan, congratulations. This was your biggest day of the year, and I honestly love it. I like I love holidays, I love events. I love something that people can get together and stand behind for. So, for example, the Super Bowl, such good talking points. You've got an event, you've got something to watch. It's not expensive to enjoy the Super Bowl. You just got to turn on your TV, have some friends over. You can like talk about what side you want, the halftime show. It's just like great event. Great event to have. No stress there. And I just feel like the Super Bowl feels so American. This is America's day, the Super Bowl. I don't know if anyone feels like this, but I know football is our main sport, most popular, maybe, I would say. So it just feels very American that we're all sitting around watching football, having a great time, and I love it. So, Super Bowl, I'm excited for you next year. Even though I'm not really the biggest football expert, I enjoy the day. But I'm just going to say it. I don't think I'm the only one, but I feel so bad every year for the losing team. Like, so bad. Like, I feel a 10% amount of joy for the winning team and a 90% amount of sadness for the losing team. A 90% amount of sadness for the losing team. Because they've worked just as hard. And I don't know, they seem so sad. The confetti of the other team's falling on their head. They're crying. I'm like, oh, I know I'd be crying. So I feel so sad for them. And even worse is when a kicker misses a kick. I don't care. I don't care if I'm not rooting for them. I don't care if I'm literally sitting there being like, I hope he misses. When he misses that kick, And you know his whole fan base, his whole team, probably, I don't know if they'll say it, but they're probably mad. You know they're all mad at him. And I feel so bad. Like, that is just what they've worked for so long. They probably felt the pressure of the moment. I understand you're not supposed to choke, and they do. And they miss the winning field goal or just any field goal. Oh my god. I feel terrible. And I know you do too, deep down. Even even if you don't, I guess if I want the other team to win really bad, I don't feel as bad. But I still feel bad, you know? I still my heart aches for them. Now, this is kind of a good segue, actually, because I'm going to start doing this thing where if I start watching a new podcast, show, anything, music, I'm going to make some recommendations. And my recommendation for this week is the Not Gonna Lie podcast by Kylie Kelsey. If you don't know Kylie Kelsey, she is Jason Kelsey's wife, brother to Travis Kelsey. So if you watch the Super Bowl, you obviously know who these people are. And she has a great podcast. It's very funny. She's very blunt and honest. That's why it's called Not Gonna Lie. That's like kind of her whole personality. And she seems genuine. I hope she is. I don't know because I've never met her. But she seems genuine in her opinions, the way she talks, the way she acts. So I've been listening and I've been enjoying it. She just had a Valentine's Day episode with Jason that I thought was very nice. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. Another thing I wanted to touch on today is rewatching things. I am a big rewatcher, so it's kind of rare to me that I found a new show that I just love, like this Not Gonna Lie podcast, because I like rewatching things, not necessarily YouTube videos, but say a Netflix show, a movie. I'm so much more likely to watch a movie that I've already seen because it just feels more comfortable, it feels better. It feels like I know what's going to happen. I already love the characters. I'm so happy when a character I love is on the screen. You know, like for example, a character that I love is Anthony in Sex and the City. He is like one of the best characters in that show, and I already know when he's on the screen, I'm about to enjoy the show. I don't know if this is an anxiety thing or just something about me, but that is why I'm very excited to have found a new podcast that I like because it's rare. For the last segment today, we're obviously going to do my newly added segment. I forget what I called it. It might have been called What Time Is It? Or It's Time For. But regardless, this is where I finish the sentence, It's Time For. And basically, I just say what I think it's time for. Time for a change, time for something new, time for something to stop. You get the gist. First thing it's time for today, summer. We just got so much snow where I live. And although I like the aesthetic of it, I love seeing it on the trees. I can't. The wiping off my car is so annoying. I forget to start my car. It's too cold. And I just want the sunshine. So kill me if I want summer, okay? I want a tan. I want to, I don't know, go for a walk. I want to go to the pool, the beach, the lake, all these things. And you can't do that in the winter. So it's time for summer. Next thing it's time for. It's time for a new trend, specifically with pants. Hear me out. I know that sounds stupid. I wear sweatpants all the time. I can't necessarily wear jeans to school because I don't know. I guess I could, but they're just not very comfortable. So I don't know if I'm looking for a new invention or just like a different style of sweatpant. But like for example, when the flare pant came out, it was revolutionary. The flared sweatpant. I'm looking for something like that. You know, switch up the game a bit. And my suggestion would be thick banded sweatpants with like a tie. Because those are very like 2000s. And I want to buy a pair. And I guess if all the stores were making it because it was a trend, then I would be forced to buy a pair, which is what I want. So let's bring that. Also, I was thinking like skirts, just something fresh because the sweatpants every day is getting old, but also I will never stop wearing them. So that's kind of like something I've been wrestling with. Now, the last thing it's time for is dressing up more casually. When you watch a TV show or anything, or even in real life, you look at old pictures of people, they are dressed up. They have cute skirts on, cute shoes. They're not just in sweatpants every day, which again is what I'm in. I'm in sweatpants every day. But they're in like a cute top, a cute hat, dare I say sunglasses. Something different. It's not just a sweat set like what I'm wearing every day. It's like, oh, this really cute tie bow top that's pink with this. I don't know. I feel like we need to elevate it a bit. Maybe a decorative headband. Maybe a cute flat. Our flat's back. Could I wear a flat to my friend's house and not have to address it as an issue? You know what I mean? Like, if I went to my friend's house with a headband, like, I'd have to talk about why I'm wearing a decorative headband because it wouldn't be normal. If I decide to employ this and start dressing up cuter, I will let you know. And hopefully I do because life's too short. Let's step it up, ladies. With that said, thank you so much for listening to Taya Time. Please give this channel or this episode, I'm not sure which it is, 5 stars and continue coming back for more episodes. If you want to see us on different platforms, you can watch us on, by us, I mean me. You can watch us on YouTube or Spotify, of course, where we post video and audio clips. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.